What is up, guys? Welcome to CJ's Vlogs and welcome to the 488 Spider. Oh, the 488 Spider, one of the most impressive Ferraris ever. The 488 model has always been one of my favorites, and that's why. I mean, did you hear the boost? Did you hear that engine? Mamma mia, as the Italians say. 488 is just, for me, the sort of pinnacle of engineering with them, because it was the first time since 1984, since the F40, that Ferrari got back into the turbo era. Since the F40, it was the first Ferrari that received the privilege, I should say, of turbocharging, and it used so much of the turbocharging technology from the Formula 1 car. So that's fourth gear, third gear. The gears are so sharp and it is so brutal on the acceleration because the boost is just there. There's no lag. If you drive some turbocharged cars, you will know turbo lag is a very horrible thing, but in this car, who said turbocharged engines don't make a good sound? Wow. Now, a lot of people say that the 458 sounds better than the 488. It's all dependent, really. Can you prefer a 458 to a 488? No, you can't, because you see, a 488 is the evolution of the technology. That's 425 kilowatts and 610 Newton meters of torque. This is 492 kilowatts and 690 Newton meters of torque, and you really feel that. It's unbelievable the way the car delivers the power. Its acceleration 0 to 100 in 3 seconds, but that's all well. I mean, 340 kilometers top speed, that's all well and fun, but it's about how the car makes you feel is what's important, and that's important for Ferrari. What a dream. Wow. This car is amazing. Back to the point of why this is such a great car, that's one of the reasons why. This is just incredible. And the gears are so sharp. And the way it blips the throttle. So what I've actually done is to increase the oral pleasure, is to drop the rear windscreen on the Spider. That's something you cannot do in the GTB, because the GTB is a hardtop, even though I prefer that because that's the driver's Ferrari. But why not just drop that rear window and enjoy the oral pleasure of that turbocharged V8. Also, I'm currently in race mode, but there is sport mode, which is sort of your comfort mode. That's where all the parameters are sort of normalized, and it's an easy mode to drive in, especially in the city. And jumping from a 458 to a 488 is massive in terms of the power and the performance, but mostly in terms of how refined the car is. The 488 is so much more refined than a 458, and specifically if we're talking about driving the car daily or more frequently, then a 488 is a much better choice. It comes at a price premium above a 458, whereas the 488 it's just going out of its model production now, so the used market's not very high for them, whereas the 458, there's tons of used 458s. But the demand for 488 is still huge. We still see our pre-owned market in South Africa still demanding 488s. More Spiders, because it being turbocharged. The Spider's sort of more in demand because the customers prefer the Spider because it's more versatile, I would say. You can put the roof down, and it's a hardtop, so when it's roof's on, it's just like a coupe. If I close that rear window behind me, this is exactly how a GTB feels and sounds when you drive in it. But the biggest thing is that a Spider will never be a GTB. A Spider will never compete with the coupe for driving dynamics. But who am I to complain? It's a 488 Spider and it's absolutely incredible. Absolutely beautiful. So easy to drive. And wild. Manage the torque, because the 458 is a very drivable car. It's not so fast that it's trying to kill you, and the torque, you've got to rev it out. It being a naturally aspirated engine, you've got to rev it out to get the torque out of it. But with this thing, after you drive a 488, you completely forget what it's like to drive anything else. You know, I get into my 235i, I've driven extensively for AMG at their track events. It's just not the same sort of acceleration as this thing. I mean, I won't say how fast that was, but I would say that we shouldn't be going that fast in this area. And that was just, you know, that's the thing, is the way it's geared as well. You know, it started with the 458 because the 458 is when they started the 7-speed gearbox, and it's dual clutch, and they shortened the gears because it's been 7, and that's when the acceleration, a new generation of acceleration was being experienced. And then when you get the 488 and the way it delivers its power and torque, and the way you can just click through the gears, 1, 2, 3. The first 4 gears on a 488 go past you so fast, and it is such an incredible feeling. I could remember the first day I went for a ride in a 488, I was absolutely blown away. And then obviously with Ferrari joining them and being able to drive a 488 was also absolutely incredible. And that's the thing that gets me, is when you put your foot down, you gotta be ready for everything to come at you. And it doesn't matter what gear you are in, the torque is just there. As you know with Ferrari, the torque is always highest in the 7th gear. So you get this constant feeling of acceleration. So as you go first, second, third, you feel the more torque coming in, you feel the rev range. With this car, you can use the rev range, it's 8,200, 300 RPM, not 9,000 like a 458, but I mean, it's all there for you to use. And although with the new Attribution, that replaces the 488 GTB in our range, it's just, was the GTB fast enough? Apparently not, because Ferrari have to make the car faster. With the new SF90, it uses the very same F154 powertrain, just hybridized, and of course turned right up. But I mean, this is a great car. And I mean, you can see we can sit in traffic now, we can put it into sport mode. bumpy road mode, comfortable, easy to use, easy to drive, not so wide that it's, you know, crazy on the side, but it's a lovely car. I dare to say that you can drive it like an everyday car, that you can drive it like a normal car, but it's far from normal. This car is absolutely extraordinary, and every time I drive one it just blows my mind for acceleration. But after driving an 812, you sort of that 812 blows your mind. But the 488 is a V8 turbo, so for what it is, you have to appreciate it for everything that it is, and its acceleration is just unbelievable. And around the track you can bang this car around and around and around. It's got the carbon ceramic brakes as standard, and you can absolutely hammer it over and over, and they take a beating, but that's what they were made for. They were made to be the top of the line performance cars, and in their categories they are just incredible. And they won't be making this car anymore. It will be replaced by something more extraordinary at some point in this lifetime. But what a way to say goodbye to this generation. And we look forward to the new range of Ferrari that will come, and we can only be excited. It'll be much more power with hybrid assistance, and the way of the future, I guess. So thank you very much for watching this short review of the 488 Spider, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want one and you have the buying power, go and get yourself one. Thanks guys for watching. Like this video, subscribe for more to come, and I'll see you on the next one.